So, what do you guys think? Well, I think his backstory is a lot interesting. His time at the High School DxD universe and all that. Yeah, so, what do you guys think? Well, I don't know. I'm curious. About what? I wonder who Alex is. Oh, yeah, his son. What about him? Well, he never said who his mother is. Yeah, true. But I wonder who. What do you guys think? Well, it is hard to say. Well, the only guess I could think of is either that is Bismarck or Rune, Prince Eugen, or Graf Zeppelin. He could be either of those. That could be either his mother. Yeah. But there's a percent chance that it could be Rune. That it could be Alex's mother, Rune. Nah, what are the chances? I mean, it's very unlikely. Well, I bet it's Bismarck. Well, either way, we might as well go, cause Scorpio's calling us. Oh yeah, that. Yeah, he said he's gonna show us about how he figured it out, and he put all the seasons in chronological order. Well, some of them are missing, of course. So yeah, we'll get there. Well, we're here. Well, almost everyone. So Scorpio, what's for today? Well, I got the roll here because what I said that I'll show you and how I figured it out from the very beginning. You mean the first episode? Yes. We'll have to wait for those four to come. Speaking of which, here they are. Alright, sorry we're late. Yeah, we were just having an interview with your grandfather. Really? What do you guys talk about? And we talk about his life in the High School DxD universe, and his wives, and his kids. Oh, yeah, my grandmother's and my grand niece or nephew is that how you even describe it? I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, we were talking about him in his life story and how that Alex, your uncle never got along with Rias. Yeah, he told me about that. And let's just say there's been a bad blood between them, and I'd rather not say because Alex, my uncle, he let's not talk about it. Alright, since we're here, alright, I'll show you. On the first episode, we start with these three. Matsuda Motohamad Issei, or in the Kuo Academy, they're called the Perverted Trio. One of the worst characters. Well, I mean, one of them as well. Yeah, the first episode, it's kinda, well, I don't know how to say it. I can't think of anything. Yeah, me too. And what I don't even know, Mike, is because why aren't they even in, I don't know, juvie or even in jail for peeping on girls. How are they not? How are they not behind bars? Yeah, that's what I want to know. I mean, seriously, those three been there in their second year in their in the academy. How are they not behind bars? That's an excellent question because it's either the devils because they have the ability to hypnotize humans because you know so those because one of them won't be going to juvie or prison, and that is the main protagonist because he has a secret gear. And knowing the devils, if he leaves or transfers to another school, that is out of their jurisdiction and territory. Yeah, that's a big problem. You do have a point, Scorpio. Those three should have been in jail or in juvie. Yes, that is correct. Well, peeping on others, especially in private settings like school restrooms or the locker rooms, is a serious offense with potential legal and disciplinary consequences. For a teenage boy, legally it could be classified as voyeurism or indecent exposure, leading to fines, probation, or even jail time. At school, such actions would likely result in disciplinary measures, including suspension or expulsion, beyond the legal and school repercussions. There are also significant ethical and emotional impactation, as this behavior can be deeply traumatizing for the victim and can damage the reputation and relationships with the school. Yeah, that is true. I mean, how did they not get expelled? That doesn't make any sense. Oh, wait, I forgot, because one of those are the student council, which is Sona. I'm guessing she's the one pulling the strings. I mean, I always wonder how many complaints does Sona get from the kendo club, swimming club, and from girls that complain about the preferred trio peeping on them. I wonder how many times that Sona got the message from girls being victims to those preferred trio. Well, if I could take a calculated guess, I think the complaints are like 15 or 36 complaints about the preferred trio. That's the only guess I could even think of. Well, we never know. But they're in Japan. How is it? Is there a difference between that and America? Well, in Japan it's well, for example, in Japan, a teenage boy caught peeping on girls in school would likely face legal and disciplinary actions, which could include fines, imprisonment, and expulsion. The severity of the punishment would depend on a specific circumstance, including the nature of peeping, photographing, and whether it was a repeated offense. Wow. So in Japan, they would have been expelled or even be in prison for that. But they're teenagers. Doesn't matter whether or not your age, but you still committed a crime. In my opinion, those three should have been in prison or expelled. But knowing the devils, they will try to manipulate. What are they gonna do? I mean, what are the devils gonna do? Break into prison and free the human there with the secret gear? But here's the thing, Cobra. They don't know that they are devils. Because remember, in the DXC universe, humans do not know about the supernatural beings. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. True. And what about the one in America? Well, in America, in the USA, a teenage boy caught peeping on girls in school could face a range of consequences, both legal and disciplinary. These can include school disciplinary actions like suspension or expulsion, and depending on a specific situation, that state laws, potential criminal charges such as voyeurism or indecent exposure, which can lead to fines, jail time, or a criminal record. Wow, that is different. Well, in universes, anyway. I mean, yeah. So, I'm guessing you already figured that out. Yep. Like I said before, in my opinion, they should have been expelled or in prison for peeping on girls in school grounds. But what about not on school property line? You know, at the mall or anything? Well, it is not even known in the show, so we don't know about that. Anyway, moving on. And here's this part where Akano and Rias discuss about Issei. It appears that she sensed a secret gear inside him, but Rias doesn't know what secret gear he had. And they must have known him since he got to school in his first year, as a freshman. True, but why didn't they recruit him when he was a first year? Why didn't they do it now or then? Well, we don't know what happened to Issei when he got here, when he was a freshman, a first year. So we don't know what happened. Or what. Yeah, it's almost as if she was waiting for the moment to strike. I mean, Issei was in school for 2 years, and now he's in his second year. But the question is, why now? Why even start now? And why did she recruit him when he was a freshman? I don't know. This whole mystery being unsolved is more complicated than I thought. You think? And this part, where Issei was at the bridge complaining that he couldn't get a girlfriend, but suddenly an unknown girl approached him, asking him out on a date, or be his boyfriend. Yeah, we already saw that. And like you said before, there's something that don't make any sense. First of all, if a girl appears he would have noticed it. Because look at the bridge. It leaves very little room that you can see people walking or upstairs across the bridge. I mean, seriously. And she walked up to him and asked him out, like out of nowhere. Yeah, she's a total stranger. There's no way a girl could even be bold enough to ask out a dude that she doesn't even know or barely knows the guy. She must have waited for him just to confess this particular day where she could pick literally any day. Yeah, even her time is a bit suspicious. I mean, seriously, guys, this doesn't make any sense. What was so special about today? Well, I guess that we'll never know about. I mean, Yuma, aka Rainier, was sent to watch Issei since the Gogori know he has a secret gear. But for some reason, she just kills him, like, out of nowhere. Well, I mean, what she did say is true that if a human awakened their secret gear, they could be dangerous, but I mean, like you said, Scorpio, humans don't know about supernatural beings. I mean, how are they supposed to know if they have a secret gear? I mean, they never did anything to them, and they never even met a supernatural being, devil, angel, or fallen angel. What did they even do to trigger them? Well, that I don't have an answer to. I mean, think about it. What if it's one of you guys, if you're being attacked for no reason, just because you have this dangerous secret gear that you never even met or done nothing to them? What would you do? Well, I would tell her. Well, I would tell Rainier or Yuma. Like, first off, I don't even know what a secret gear is. What the hell did I ever do to you? I never even know you or your, I don't know, organization. What did I ever do to you? Yeah, I mean, like you said, like you said. Besides, girl, I don't even know you, or even that. How was I supposed to know any of that? Yeah, I would say that as well. Well, because of, you know. Anyways, next. And here we have Konaka watching him and spying on him. It would appear that she was sent by Rias to spy on Issei about him going on a date with the fallen angel. But that's something disturbing. I mean, knowing that he's going with the fallen angel, that he could possibly die. That's the thing I won't. That's the thing I don't get. Why doesn't she like ask him to stay away from the girl or save him? Well, unfortunately, they don't want to interfere in fallen angel business because, they're still at war with each other. And they had a peace treaty along with it. So it's kind of a fragile treaty that a war could break out at any moment if something happens. Yeah, true. And there's another thing. She knew about this and had planned it on Issei's date that he would get a flyer from Rias' familiar. And that she gave him a flyer that if he were to die, he would summon her. Yeah, Moy, that is kind of disturbing when I think about it. Yeah, if I was a human in that world, I would be very scared and disturbed of what Reese's methods are of recruiting people with secret gears. Yeah, I mean, what happens if you unlock a secret gear early and if you're able to sense the presence of devils in the beginning? Because I would be very cautious and be on guard. Yeah, me too. Well, I mean, I would be very cautious as well, knowing devils and their evil nature. And this part, where fallen angels are in Rias' territory, that a human died in the devil territory. Well, technically, the territories originally belonged to the Shinto pantheon, like Amaterasu and Susanoo. So technically their territory belongs to the Shinto faction. But how did they got the territory? Well, that's a mystery that we'll never know about. Anyways, when when the whole competition stopped, it appears that Donoseek recognizes Rias and he backs off. And he said he doesn't know that this belongs to the devil territory. But that's a stupid excuse. I mean, come on. You know that this is Ria's territory. I mean, why are you still there? And you do realize you're in a peace treaty, right? And you're trespassing on property that you should leave. Yeah. Yeah, I guess you're right. I mean, seriously, Lloyd. Why are they still at each other's throats when the peace treaty was even signed? And they still try to mess each other over. Yeah. And when Iise was called to the cult club, introduces him, and Reyes showed a picture of Yuma and them together. Yeah, yeah, I saw that. And why doesn't Issei even figured it out? Like, figured out that he was set up or being or his death being manipulated, or sent or Reyes let him die, because she knew that Yuma was a fallen angel and she knew her name was Rainier. I mean, seriously, what the heck? Well, if I was him, I would be angry and pissed that you set me up to die and manipulate me and my death. I would be pissed. Because, yeah, knowing you would hold a grudge against someone. Yeah, I would. And that's the same with my uncle Alex, when he was turned into a devil against his will. What was that? Oh, nothing. Nothing. You do have a point there that Issei never figured it out about his, demise. I mean, if I was there, if I was him, I would be angry and my planned my escaping from being in the peerage. That I will remove my evil pieces, and I will not talk to them or even, well, I would transfer to another school and be left alone. And here we have stray devils, or devils that rebelled against their master and does not follow orders, and they rebel. Yeah, like you said on your video, well, I mean on your discussion about street devils being that. Well, I do sympathize with them. I mean, think about it. Maybe they have a reason for rebelling or betraying their masters because of either that either that person with secret gear or magic either being manipulated or being used, murdering their family or friend, or killed or kidnapped. Yeah, that is true. Man, the devils and DXD are monsters and cruel and evil. Yeah, they're arrogant, self-centered, prideful. Yeah. Well, guys, if I was ever reincarnated against my will without my consent or have a choice to, I would snap. Yeah, if that happens to me, I would be very angry and leash out. What about you, Scorps? Well, if that happens to me, I would lash out and rebel. I mean, even if you don't want to follow orders or leave your master's side, you would be labeled as a straight devil and be killed on sight. Seriously, the peerage system. I mean, that's like enslaving others. Like, seriously. I mean, what year the devils think they are? In the 1600s, where humans used to do that, enslaving people. Man, they're too hung up in the old way. They're too hung up in the old generation. I mean, they should move on. They should move on and modernize. Yeah, I mean, they still even they still hung up on the medieval age days. And here's this scene where Rainier finds out that Issei has the boosted gear. But here's the interesting part. She didn't know that Issei was the Red Dragon Emperor. I mean, she didn't know. Well, she was given orders to kill a secret gear user, but they didn't say that he had the boosted gear, which is very strange and weird. Yeah, that is true that she didn't know about Issei having a boosted gear. I mean, how is she supposed to know that? I mean, Azazel has the information about secret gears. Why doesn't he tell her that Issei was the Red Dragon Emperor? Why doesn't he tell her? Well, here's the thing. When the war was over and the three factions, they were on a cold war with each other. And knowing that, they would have to keep secrets. Well, top secret stuff that doesn't need to be leaked. Because you don't know if an enemy is a spy or a double agent in their ranks. Oh yeah, I forgot. They're on a cold war with each other. And here's something more disturbing. That Rias let Ossia die and revive her as a devil. And she waited, just like how she did with Issei. Wait. What? Oh, crap. How did I not realize it? She let Ossia die just like she did with Issei? What the heck?